That's fitting in there nice. And the only way that was possible was for us to redirect some of those wires. Last thing you want to do is think, oh, I got enough room, I'll just get my battery operated drill and I'll just ram those screws in and that'll push the backside of all those other wires and push them right in. Well, if those wires don't push in and they're nice and stiff and they're not going to push in, you're going to bend your trim, or the back of this is going to bulge and it's not going to fit properly. I've seen it happen. I've done it before and it's not good. It's not going to fit. The cover plate's not going to fit very well. I mean, nothing's going to be lined up. Okay. So that there's a slot in there sideways, because I may have to rearrange this a little bit for the cover plate, but for right now I'm just trying to eyeball it. I'm not going to tighten it all the way just yet until I look at this cover and see what I have to do. Remember, I took this middle one out too, and it looks like the middle one has to be slid over to the right a little bit. Okay. Like that. And this one's going to have to go over a little bit. Before I tighten up the screws, I'll check this again. It looks like this middle one could go over to the right still, just a hair. Just a hair. That's all it's going to give me anyways. Okay. I'm right at the end of that. If I needed to do something else, I would have to adjust this left one a little bit and then go back to the right one. But, you know. There. Look at that. That's looking nice. Now I can see the screw in there could be slid to the right. That's the hair. I don't really like this cracked business. But hey, it is what it is. And I'll have to make sure to go to the store and get another one. I like to get things right. Oh, let's see how far that went over. That's too far. It's a little bit too far there. Okay. Oh, that's better. I can see the screw. Okay. That, I can barely see that screw in here where that broken. Okay, that lines up better. It's amazing what just a little bit of movement will do for your cover. Now I can cinch that just a hair tighter. Okay. Okay. Boy, I shouldn't pry on that. That's the sheetrock. That's how far they missed the box on that side. it's just barely covering, and I can see where the line is. Okay. And there's a little bit of a line over here. Good grief. I'm just barely covering. Not liking that. What? I don't know if we can do anything to that either. Because I think this one's pushed over as far as it'll go. Because I'll try to take all this and move it to the right. But you can only do it so far. But it's covering. It's covering. See? It'll be okay. It'll be fine. I know it's there. You know it's there. Nobody else does. And I won't tell if you don't. Okay, just make these snug. I'm not tightening them up all the way just yet. I'm going to make sure they all line up first. And sometimes on these white ones, I like to look at them, and if there's any of the tip, these all look nice. If any of them are dirty or scratched, I'll generally try to put those on the bottom instead of the top. Okay, come on, here you go. Now just make it snug, don't overdo it, or you could crack it. And that one, somebody did overdo it and they cracked it. And this one, when I loosened it up initially, did you hear it kind of crack? It was flexing on the back side. Oh, you know. What I like to do is make all these flush. This switch is flush here, but the bottom could push in a little bit, and this looks like it could push in just a little bit. Jeez. Okay, well, you don't know that until you put your cover on. Okay, so I want to make that a little bit better. All right, you're getting a lot. Hope you're learning something here. Hopefully. I'm going to tighten up this bottom screw a little. And it did seem, oh, it was tight. And I thought it was tight all the way, but I could tell. I pushed it in a little bit. And here, it felt like it wasn't up tight to the sheetrock, and sure enough, it wasn't. That feels better. I just didn't want to overdo it. Okay, I think the cover is going to fit a lot better this time. Should. It should. Okay. Oh yeah, nice. Nice. Once I put the screws in, that'll kind of suck it in just a hair further, and that'll be flush. That's perfect now. I'm liking that a lot. More better. Hey, we're almost done. By Joe. I'll turn the breaker back on, and we'll go through the steps and make sure it all works before I call it good. Okay. I've got it pretty snug. I don't want to overdo it. All right, there you go. Looking nice, huh? Okay, so I'll turn the breaker back on. We'll make sure it works like it's supposed to.